Hey guys, welcome back to Entrant. I'm speaking on behalf of Law Times Journal, which is one-stop destination for the legal fraternity, and I will be discussing some of the crucial matters covered this week. Starting with, Advocate Journal is considered part of the government. AG thinks is what the government thinks. CGI Bobde. The observation was made in response to comment made by Senior Advocate A.M. Singhwai in the petition challenging the Karnataka High Court order quashing the government's order to hand over the management of Mahabaleshwar temple. During the hearing, counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioner argued on the basis of the Advocate Journal opinion. Moving on, Varanasi Court allows ASI survey has directed the UP government to bear the cost of the survey. A civil court in UP Varanasi district allowed the Archaeological Survey of India to collect a survey at the disputed site of Kashi Vishwanath Temple, Gyanvapi Mosque. The court has directed the Uttar Pradesh government to bear the expenses of the survey. The ASI has been asked to conduct surveys to find out whether any superimposition, alteration or addition or structural overlapping took place with any other religious structure. The petition is filed by Advocate Vijay Shankar Rastogi. Moving on to the next issue, private doctors submitting sketchy medical reports to courts are guilty of fabricating false evidence. Delhi High Court. The Honorable Delhi High Court on 5th April 2021 Monday observed the medical examination reports submitted by the jail doctors should be unambiguous and must clarify the complex medical terms used in the simpler language. Additionally, the Honorable High Court also stated that the medical report must state the history, examination finding, clinical diagnosis, and its interpretation in simpler terms, thereby assisting the Honorable Judges and the Honorable Court effectively. Sketchy, wishy-washy medical documents from any random private doctor with ambiguous, incomplete documentation in illegible handwriting will not be entertained in future, rather viewed seriously with suspicion, the Honorable High Court ordered. Furthermore, a serious note is taken of such skimpy, wishy-washy medical documentation, and the license of such doctors should be cancelled if found to be lacking, falsely done, the Honorable High Court held. Moving ahead, question of novation of contract cannot be considered in a petition filed under Section 11 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act of 2019, says Honorable Supreme Court. The Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Sanjay Prakash versus Seema Kukreja observed that the question of novation of contract containing an arbitration clause cannot be considered by the court in a petition filed under Section 11 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act of 2019. Moreover, the Honorable Bench also observed that Arbitration Act of 1940 had a scheme completely different from the scheme contained in Section 16 read with Section 11, subsection 6A of 1996 Act. Under the Arbitration and Conciliation Amendment Act of 2015, by which Section 11, subsection 6A was introduced, the earlier position as to the scope of power of the court under Section 11 while appointing an arbitrator is now narrowed to viewing whether an arbitration agreement exists between the parties, the court added. Subsequently, the Honorable Bench referred the parties to the arbitrator and appointed Justice Aftab as a sole arbitrator. Next, SEBI imposes 25 crore penalty on Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani and family for irregularities in RIL shareholding. In the present case, the promoter and the promoter group have informed RIL that there has been no violation of Regulation 11 Clause 1 of the SEBI takeover regulation and they have complied with the applicable law, and an appeal will be preferred to the Security Appellate Tribunal and they remain confident of proving their position. SEBI has issued a show cause notice in February 2011 to the promoter and promoters group alleging violation of takeover regulations of the company said in a stock exchange filing on Thursday. The show cause notice has now been adjudicated and a penalty of 25 crore levied on the promoter and promoters group of brothers Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani and other individuals. Moving on to the next, Google versus Oracle, perspective on copyright, fair use and industry implications. The Honorable Court noted that the API include only those line of codes that were needed to allow programmers to put their accrued talent to work in a new and transformative program. Oracle has filed a suit against Google in the year 2010 for copyright infringement over the Copyright Computer Code. The Federal Circuit Court ruled in favor of Oracle and this made the Google approach the Supreme Court. The judgment proceeds with an assumption that the entire Sun Java API falls within the definition of that which can be copyrighted, and therefore considered the issue whether Google use of part of that API was a fair use. The court examined the four factors set forth in the Copyright Act fair use provisions: the purpose and character of the use, the nature of the copyrighted work, the amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to copyrighted work as a whole, and the effect of the use upon the potential market for the value of the copyrighted work. The court also said that the Google copied only what was needed to allow programmers to work in different computing environment without discarding a portion of a familiar programming language. Google's purpose was to create a different task-related system for a different computing environment and to create an Android platform that would help achieve and popularize that objective. The record demonstrated numerous ways in which implementation and interface can further be developed of computer programs. Google's purpose was therefore consistent with that creative program that is a basic constitutional object of a copyright itself. Moving on to the next issue. Don't see a reason why a person above 18 can't choose his religion, says Supreme Court. The Honorable Supreme Court bench in the public interest litigation held that there is no reason why a person above 18 can't be allowed to choose his religion. The Honorable Court further added that there is reason why the word propagates used there in Article 25 of the Indian Constitution, which guaranteed right to religion. Next, child born in live-in relationship to be construed as a child born to a married couple, says Kerala High Court. A significant ruling, the Kerala High Court on Friday held that a child born in a live-in relationship would be treated as a child born to a married couple for the purpose of surrendering of a child for adoption under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015. The Honorable Court arrived at a conclusion that the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015 intends to exclude only such biological father who became a father without the consent of the woman. It eventually quashed the certificate issued by the CWC declaring a child legally free for adoption. Since the father was willing to take care of the child, the court ordered the CWC to consider his rights to claim for restoration under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015. Before parting with the case, the court also said if a woman felt she was nothing without the support of a man, that was the failure of the system. The power of human in this universe is the power of motherhood. It is for the state who make her realize that her struggle with the forces undermining her existence can be validated with the support of a rule of law. The self-belief must be her identity and respect due to her, the court added. Moving on to the next, findings dissolve classification in NCC based on gender, Kerala High Court. The Kerala High Court took up a writ appeal filed before it against the judgment of single judge bench who allowed the trans woman to enroll in NCC in accordance with her self-perceived gender identity. The Honorable Bench of Justice C.T. Ravikumar and Justice Murari Purushottam took up the hearing of an appeal moved by an appellant. In his appeal, he primarily assails the direction by the single judge bench that Hina be allowed to apply for enrollment in the girls' wing of the NCC. The appellant, through his counsel, asserted that in his appeal that Hina should be admitted only under the category of transgender or third gender. The bench questioned the interest of an appellant and also pointed that NCC was yet to file an appeal in the present case. For this, Central Government Counsel on behalf of NCC has informed the respected court that NCC would be filing an appeal. Next, you are a dangerous man. Supreme Court to Abdul Nasir. The Honorable Supreme Court referred accused Abdul Nasir of the 2008 Bangalore blast as a dangerous man. A petition filed by Nasir, heard by a bench comprising of Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde. The appeal filed by Nasir asked to permit him to travel to Kerala, his hometown, from Bangalore and reside there till the trial comes to an end. Last but not the least, N.V. Raman appointed as the next Chief Justice of India by the President of India. Justice N.V. Raman received the President acknowledgement to take over as the next Chief Justice of India on Monday. Justice Raman, appointed to the Supreme Court in February 2014, is the 48th Chief Justice of India. N.V. Raman, as CJI on April 4, 2021, post the retirement of CJI Bobde that is due on April 23, 2021. CJI S.A. Bobde recommended Justice Raman to be his successor and take over the highest judicial office. Also, it is in line with the seniority standard as per the Supreme Court rule for appointing the CJI. Thank you guys, and please subscribe to Intran for your legal updates on daily basis.